This is George. He's a hard-working guy with a wife and 2 kids. He wants to start preparing for his retirement, but he doesn't have a lot of superannuation, so he decides to buy a house. So when he's old and grey, well, greyer, he'll have an asset. But he's worried that he won't be able to afford the repayments on a second house, so he decides not to go ahead with it. Until a friend tells him that this second house can be negatively geared. What is negative gearing? Negative gearing is where you can borrow money for a house or shares, and if the income generated by the asset does not cover the costs, you can claim the losses. Say George buys a second house for $300,000 and his repayments are $500 a week to the bank. So George rents out the house for $250 a week and George puts the difference in of $250 a week. The $250 a week that George pays can be negatively geared because the costs of the house outweigh the income he's getting. If the costs of the house are more than what George is getting as rent, he can claim the difference as a deduction on his annual taxable income. But there is more. Any ongoing maintenance and small expenses are deductible as well. So when George does his annual tax return, all the costs of his second house, including maintenance, less the income he received, will be deductible. So George can either put this deductible income back into the repayments of the house, or he can use the deduction income for something else.